Looking over Marvel's history in video games, it's clear that they never exactly held their games to a high standard. For every amazing game like Spider-Man 2 or Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, there were two publishing cash-ins like Iron Man or Captain America Super Soldier. However, Marvel's new vice president of games, Jae Ung, has ushered in a new era of Marvel video games. Gone are the days of cheap Activision cash-ins and terrible phoned-in mobile games. Now Marvel says they want to work with the best developers in the world to deliver truly epic games. I'm Sean from Get Some Games, and these are 4 things we want from Marvel's new gaming initiative. Number 1, a Marvel Games universe. Possibly the strongest component in Marvel's movies is their shared universe. Knowing that each movie ties into each other and seeing characters cross over into other movies is incredibly exciting. Having that same mindset with the Marvel games could be something unprecedented in video games, similar to how Marvel shook up the movie world with Iron Man and the Avengers. Keeping the same voice actors for every character is a crucial part of this. When they sign a Spider-Man voice actor, that guy should now be considered the Marvel video game Spider-Man. For the upcoming PS4 game, any sequels, and any crossover appearances, Spider-Man needs to have the same voice in order to keep the universe immersion consistent. Also, having the game's universe separate from the cinematic universe will give the game creators more freedom to do what they want. For example, if an Avengers game tied to the cinematic universe came out before Avengers 3, you know that nothing significant would really happen in the game to shake up the status quo, since they can't expect the entire movie audience to play all the games to keep up with the story. Keeping the games separate will allow the writers to take more chances and have more impactful stories. They keep the comics separate from the movies and should do the same with the games. It's called the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a reason. Number 2, stick to multi-platform. Marvel is already breaking this one by making the new Spider-Man game exclusive to PS4, but with massive franchises that Marvel owns, it doesn't really seem fair to keep them contained to one console. It's no surprise that we here at Get Some Games favor PlayStation, but we know it sucks that our Xbox brethren have to miss out on the first chapter of this amazing new Marvel gaming initiative. And don't even get me started on the rage Marvel would see if they decided to give back to the Xbox fans by making a huge IP exclusive to Xbox like Avengers or X-Men. These characters are beloved by everyone, and alienating a huge portion of their fans just seems awful. Also, don't become exclusive to one publisher either, like Star Wars is with EA. I understand that the whole reason for exclusivity is a business decision, and the new Spider-Man game might not even exist without funding from Sony, but it's still a bad look. Forcing consumers to buy new consoles to keep up with your games is a great way to lose fans, especially if they have a Marvel Games universe like I talked about in the first point of this video. Number 3, keep the genres diverse. There's no doubt that the Batman Arkham series had something to do with the direction Marvel is taking with their games, and may be a big influence in the new Spider-Man game. Similar to Arkham and Batman, Spider-Man PS4 is going to have nothing to do with the Spider-Man movies and will tell its own brand new story. I also think there's a good chance that the Arkham gameplay will have some influence in Spider-Man as well, which is perfectly fine, but I would love to see a broad range of genres for the diverse cast of characters Marvel has to choose from. Instead of making every game a third-person action game, maybe mix it up a little bit. Why not make The Punisher a first-person shooter, or a squad-based Inhumans title? What about a Black Widow stealth game, or even an open-world RPG for Thor? The possibilities are endless, and considering the Telltale game that we still don't really know anything about, I think Marvel already has diversity in the bag. Number 4, quality over quantity. Considering the whole idea of this new gaming initiative is about quality, this one seems like a no-brainer. However, Marvel loves to pump out stuff at a pretty fast pace, and the number of Marvel games to play could be overwhelming very quickly. It already feels like there are far too many games to keep up with, and now adding possibly multiple Marvel games a year could make our backlogs go from terrifying to straight-up never-ending. Since Marvel is using many different developers, in theory they could put out as many games as they want in a relatively short time. With smaller indie-style games becoming more and more prevalent, Marvel runs the risk of oversaturating the market. Realistically, if they really wanted to, in 2017 we could see the Telltale Marvel game, Spider-Man, another AAA title, remasters of some of the classic PS2 games like Ultimate Spider-Man, and countless small-budget downloadable titles. I love the idea of a world with incredible high-quality Marvel video games, but I dread the idea of them releasing a new game every few months. My wallet and free time just can't handle it. So that is what we want to see for Marvel's new gaming initiative. What about you? Let us know in the comments what you want to see coming from Marvel in the future, and please subscribe right here on Get Some Games.